So you all know I firmly believe in real estate as a great long-term investment, but being a landlord is not always the most glamorous job. So this is a home that I own in New West, 334 Oliver Street. I've had it for 5 years, and I just wanted to share with you some of the bigger maintenance items that have come up on an old home, this one built in 1945, in the time that I've owned it. Now the roof in general, even though it's an older application, is overall in pretty good shape, but there's a flat part right above the entryway to the home that started leaking a couple of years ago. So I had someone come in and they had to actually replace that roof surface. So that was about $1,600. One thing with older homes, a lot of them in this era had dirt crawl spaces. This one does have a dirt crawl space, and during heavy rainfall, the water table can rise and there will be some moisture in the crawl space. Really common in this era. So what I did have someone come do was spray foam insulation under the main floor, from the crawl space to the main floor, so that no moisture and no smell of wet dirt actually gets into the home. The problem with older homes is that they didn't necessarily think out access points to the crawl space. So this one is tiny. Have a look. The last thing I want to share with you about maintenance that I've had to do with this old guy is the storm drain. I have someone come by about once a year from a plumbing company to actually clean out the storm drain. In 1945, the cities weren't as established in terms of planning storm drains as they are today. So ours actually runs through the back of the lot to the main city drain out this way. But the access to it is through this little hatch here. If you're thinking of getting into the landlord game, I would strongly recommend focusing on tenant quality versus maximizing rent. I found that if I posted slightly lower than market value for rent, I would get a ton of inquiries, and then I really just had the opportunity to pick the best quality tenant. I've had 4 tenants in this property over the last 5 years, some fantastic and some not so fantastic, but it totally is worth avoiding all these headaches to find a great tenant.